And we are live. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a long a month, I guess. Well, it's been a month or so since we last joined you.
About two
And
months.
yeah, 1 or 2 months, but we're back for the season 9 finale. We're going to discuss all the episodes leading up to the finale that was last week. And I really thought this second half of this season was really strong. I really enjoyed the first half, but I think the second half was just as strong. And I love the Whispers. I think Alpha, the woman who plays Alpha, is just fantastic. I love seeing her on my TV screen. She is just absolutely awesome. I cannot wait until I see her get her comeuppance by whoever.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Beta, the big Rob Zombie looking dude. He is freaking awesome and terrifying. I love the whole scene with Daryl and him fighting in that episode a while back. That was just absolutely fantastic. Um,
Yeah, and the guy that plays Vader.
yeah, yeah. That's not
Oh
Tyler
dang it!
Maine, is
Thought
it?
it was going to work on here.
Who plays Beta?
I was going to say no, but he's a big dude. His name is Ryan Hurst. He's apparently been on Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man, I can see him being like, Jason or Michael or some different horror movie icon because that dude is great. I think he is just absolutely fantastic.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, so a lot has happened in this second half of the season.
We already
Let's
discussed episodes 9 and 10 last time.
Yeah.
So
So we got Bounty, Guardians, Choke Point, Scars, the Calm Before, and the Storm. Let's just group everything
yeah,
together and just go balls to the wall.
yeah.
um. So in this second half of the season, we got some plot points that was tied up, especially with Michonne and Daryl and their scars on their backs. That was just
Uh-huh.
a freaky episode. I really enjoyed it. So basically, it was Michonne's high school friend, apparently,
Yeah,
and I can't remember her name, but she like took these groups of kids that were from Children of the Corn and brainwashed them and tied Daryl and Michonne up, and they just branded them. That's how they got the scars. Oh my god,
yeah.
that was just absolutely brutal.
Jocelyn. Jocelyn
Jocelyn,
was
yes,
Jocelyn was the
yes.
yeah. That was the woman. She was the one that was the friend of Michonne.
Hmm. Yeah, she just changed.
Now that flashback went to, let's say, that was not too long after Rick disappeared,
Yeah,
and because we saw Daryl, and Michonne out looking for Rick, and
yeah,
Michonne found his pistol, his
hmm,
python.
yeah,
But you can see she was very pregnant with RJ. And by the way, RJ is real.
yes,
Yes, RJ is real. For
yes.
those who thought
RJ
maybe,
Rick Jr. I believe is his name. Rick
yes, Rick
Jr.
Jr. Yeah,
So yeah, yeah. So there's like some people having theories that RJ is just a figment of Michonne's imagination and he's not real, but he's real. Like what?
no, he's
He's real.
real. We we saw in the snowball fight last week on the season finale that Daryl was there. He was having a snowball fight with Daryl and with his sister
Hmm.
and everything.
All right, Henry. I don't know if you can hear me, but you were breaking up real bad.
So yes, RJ is real. Kind of her soldiers, you might say. Okay, we're gonna have to do this on my phone then. So let me jump out of this, and you can invite me on your phone.
All right.
Just send a link to Hangouts because this isn't working.
All right. So Henry's got some technical difficulties. But I don't know if I can do the Jeopardy theme. That's copyright. Let's see here. All right, I just sent Henry the link to him on the Hangouts, and hopefully he'll be on in a quick while. Let's see here. So yeah, so basically we're discussing the episode Scars, which really stood out to me because I absolutely loved it. It was like a whole flashback of Daryl and Michonne looking for Rick, and Michonne's pregnant with Rick Jr. RJ, and she's out, and she comes across her high school friend Jocelyn, which is man, crazy woman. So basically, Jocelyn was a high school friend of Michonne's. She came to the gates of Alexandria, and she was like, "Oh, hey, you remember me?" And it's like all lovey-dovey reunion, which is great. Oh, so great to see. But then she turned her back on her and kidnapped every kid in Alexandria, almost every kid in Alexandria, and try to force them into be a cult-like Children of the Corn product. But yeah, this season was really good. Mainly the second half of the season. The first half of the season was like, it was like, those good episodes, but there was some of the, slow pace, dragged on episodes that we discussed previously in the webcasting dead. Let's see if you can get that. All right, he's on Google Hangouts, so you probably gotten the link. Yeah, he'll be on in a minute. There he is. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you, but I don't know if you can hear me. Try try coming out and going back in. Okay, so technical difficulties. Let's talk about technical difficulties. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, come on, Google. You're better than this. You're better than this, Google. You can do it, Google. Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Nope. Can you hear me? Unplug your headset and see if that helps. Can you hear me now?
Wait a minute. Okay, say something.
Can you hear me now? I
Probably
can.
these headphones. Probably these headphones. Hang on.
Yeah, because I can hear you.
I'm going to change. I got some earphones. Hang on. Maybe that'll help.
All right.
I don't know if it's the headphones or what it is. I had to replace them.
All right. Just give me a minute. Someone's at the door.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We're on the air. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here and I forget we're on the air. I'm sorry. I'm dead air, dead air. I'm sorry. Anyway, in the episode Bounty, one thing we see is a flashback where Tara and Jesus, who is still alive at the time, give Ezekiel the charter for the community. In this same episode, they go Ezekiel, Carol, and his group. Hey, you're back,
I'm back.
and I can hear you.
Great. My parents is putting in a new hot water heater in their place, so I had to help them.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead. So, what episode you was talking about?
Bounty.
All right.
Where we see a flashback where Tara and Jesus give Ezekiel the community charter,
Mm-hmm.
and in the present, the Alpha manages to negotiate with Daryl for
Mhm.
exchange of hostages for Alden and Luke for Lydia.
Yeah.
But it's not the easiest exchange in the world because we see that Connie, the deaf girl,
Mhm.
goes out. Well, actually, what happens is one of the Whisperers has a baby, and she has to put the baby down because the baby is crying.
Mhm.
And Alpha figures, well, you got to leave the baby behind. I mean, that's just cold.
Yeah, I thought she was going to kill the baby. I really did. I thought
Yeah,
she was going to, like, take her dress or something, try to smother it. But luckily that didn't happen. Luckily,
yeah.
Connie
Thankfully,
came and got the baby.
they gave it to Tammy Rose and Earl.
Yes. Yes, Brett Butler. That's the name.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Grace Under Fire. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah. Oh my gosh. She was controversial back in her day.
she
Have you heard?
was.
Yeah, I've heard some of the stories that happened on that set of Grace Under Fire. Oh
Uh
my
huh.
gosh. But but man. So
And
yeah.
then also Ezekiel, Carol, Jerry, and some other members of the kingdom. They go to this movie theater to get a film projector bulb because they're going to show movies.
Yes. Yes. That was a great. I love that whole side point because it was great. It was great.
It
Was
was.
that the episode where they get the the jukebox and put the tape in and play the music to lure out?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yeah, that was great.
that was great. It was
Yeah,
like a mission mixtape or something like that. That was
yeah,
hilarious.
that was great to kind of distract the walkers.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great.
And then Jerry was lip singing to it.
Yeah, he was. That was great. Yeah, that was a good episode. And then also what Henry does, he decides he's going to leave Hilltop, and Daryl and Connie take off after him
Mm-hmm.
because he wants to be with Lydia, that's a risky proposition
Yep.
when you're dealing with the Whisperers.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens in the next episode, Guardians? He manages to find her, but he's captured by Beta,
Oh
and
yeah.
Beta don't play.
No. And is that the great sequence between him and Daryl and they
That's the
fight?
next episode.
That's
That's
the
the next
next.
episode.
I
Yeah,
love that. I love that sequence.
Choke Point. Choke Point's the
Choke point.
episode where we see the epic showdown between Daryl and Beta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at Alexandria, what happens is Michonne talks to the council about the possible union of the communities at the fair because
Mm-hmm.
they have the fair coming up at the kingdom,
Yeah.
and Michonne goes and talks to Negan about his escape. Remember, he tried to get. Remember, he went to the sanctuary, found
Yeah.
there was nobody there. He
Yeah.
went back, and he tries to convince her. Well, I've changed, but she doesn't
Mm-hmm.
trust him.
Yeah,
And
and
that,
Negan, we don't see much of Negan in these second half of episodes. We've just seen glimpses and bits and pieces of him. He really made a strong point in the final episode when he goes after
yeah,
Judith in the snowstorm, and we'll get to that.
yeah,
And I don't know, but I think I trust Negan now. I really do.
I do too.
And plus, I think they need Negan to help defeat the Whisperers.
They do, they do. And I mean, listen, he would never do anything to hurt Judith at all.
Yeah, I think he sees himself as as like a uncle or a grandfather figure to
Uncle Negan.
Judith. Yeah,
Uncle
Uncle Negan.
Yeah.
I mean, even though that Rick and Negan had that falling out Negan still respects Rick.
He does.
And he respects him enough to watch after Judith for him.
Yeah. That's the thing about mortal enemies.
Mm-hmm.
They have that mutual respect for each other.
Yeah.
And Negan developed a grudging respect for Rick.
Yeah.
And I think vice versa also. I think Rick developed a grudging respect for Negan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Now, they might, show more of that in the Rick Grimes movies that they're going to do. And
Oh,
I think
by the way, the first one's going to air next year, 2020.
Ooh, that's
The
great.
first Rick Grimes movie, yes.
Oh, and we also got some Better Call Saul news. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh, I have not heard. I'm looking forward to hearing about this.
It's either going to be epic or disappointing because they was also talking about the movie, the Breaking Bad sequel movie with Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. So I don't know if that's the reason why, or if that's if there's another reason as to when we get into the Better Call Saul news. Let's see here.
But in Guardians, but see, Michonne comes into direct conflict with Judith because Judith trusts Negan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Judith basically says something to Michonne, and it causes Michonne to say, "Go to your room." Why? Because need a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And because Judith trusts Negan, obviously that puts her in a little bit of conflict with Michonne. Michonne doesn't quite trust Negan at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he killed Glenn and Abraham, and then I think he stabbed Spencer in the stomach.
He slid him open. He
gutted him basically.
Yeah,
then,
he did.
Who else did he kill?
I'm trying to remember.
He may have killed some more other people, but those three right there were like some of the main characters. And oh my god, they killed off a bunch of people in this season finale of Walking Dead.
Well, the not the season finale, but it wasn't in the season finale, but it was in the next to last episode of the season finale, before the season finale.
Yeah.
And Alpha and Beta, they try and convince Lydia to kill Henry, but she doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is they manage. I mean, they manage to.
Mm-hmm.
They figure that they may as well just keep Henry around for a little bit.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah, keep him around and basically lure the other people there to get him because they know that they're going to be coming for him.
Yeah, but then Daryl and Connie show up, disguised as whisperers, and they get away with Henry and Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
Which was pretty interesting because obviously Daryl and Connie had to, ambush a couple of whisperers.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, I like the team between Daryl and Connie. They make a pretty good team. I hope we get to see more of those two going into season 10.
Yeah. Can you believe we're already talking about season 10 of The Walking Dead coming up in October?
I know. Oh man, I even though season 9 and the second half of season 9 was pretty good, and I really enjoyed it, I hope they end it at season 10. I think that would be the best thing to do. End it on a strong, high note.
They did. There was an interview with Norman Reedus. He said that he wants to make sure that Daryl is around at least until the very last.
Yeah.
So
Kill him off as the final character.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, have him be the last man standing. That's what Beth said he was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You could say that he's kind of taking Lydia under his wing a little bit, if you've noticed.
Yeah. There's a thing between Henry and Lydia up until the, next to last episode. Up until next to last episode.
There is a thing, yep.
So yeah, let's go ahead and discuss Choke Point a little bit.
Oh yeah,
this is I love this one just because of the whole fight sequence between Daryl and Beta. That was a well-directed fight sequence. And they didn't have like music in the background and make it like action-packed. It was just like when Batman fought Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, there was no music at all. It was just them two fighting, and it was just epic, and I loved it. Loved it so much.
Daryl has two knives, knives, and actually Daryl used a little bit of subterfuge, a little bit of deception to push Beta down the elevator shaft. Which I'm surprised didn't kill him.
Yes. I mean, how can you come back from that?
Really? Yeah.
That dude, like I said, that dude who plays him, Ryan, I think you said Ryan Hurst.
Ryan Hurst.
He can be a freaking Michael Myers. He can be a Jason. He can't pull off Freddy because Freddy is shorter, but he can be one of those horror movie people. I mean, Beta right there, he's just like a freaking horror movie slasher killer. You fall off in the freaking elevator shaft and he's still alive. I mean, what the hell? And it's really good because it gives you the question of what's it going to take to kill this guy.
He's a beast. He's a freaking beast. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And Henry gets wounded, but what happens is they manage to or Daryl is vowing to take Lydia, Henry, and Connie away from Hilltop, hide from Alpha, because he figures that Hilltop would be the first place she'd look for him.
Yeah. And
this is the episode where we meet the Highwaymen, Ozzy and Alec and all these others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the scene between them where Carol is trying to recruit them and saying, "How long have it been since you watched a movie?"
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was the selling. That was the selling point. That was the selling point.
Yeah, and boom, they got him.
Yeah, and I like the Highwaymen too. It was too bad that, spoiler alert, two of them got killed. The main guy, and then his right hand man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was messed up. We're getting to that, by the way. We're getting to that episode.
Yeah, just like the episode title, "The Calm Before the Storm."
Yeah,
the calm before, and then the season finale is the storm.
I know. Yeah, it's like I'm about to say though, is it really calm because of 10 people get their heads put on pikes? I don't think that's too calm.
Oh my God, the image of that! I am shocked they didn't save that for the season finale. That would have been a great season finale. Just ended on that, but they didn't. And I really enjoyed this storm too because it was a different perspective. We never see them in winter before. that was like the first time we saw them going through winter, and I love that. It was great, and I hope they do more.
It was
of the winter.
That's the first time we've seen them in snow. That's the first time. That's the very first time.
Yeah.
And the effects were amazing. I mean, they had to.
Oh my God, that was great. I don't know if that was a soundstage or if they just waited until winter came around in Georgia and they filmed it like that.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, I hope they filmed some of that in winter. I hope they didn't film it all on a soundstage or have
They may have.
CG.
They
But if they
might
did,
have.
they did a really good job of that. They
They
did a
did.
really good job.
Yeah. It was amazing that
All
the way
right,
they made them look like they were in snow.
so I think we covered Choke Point pretty good.
I think so
We,
because
we've already we've already talked about scars, so let's go ahead and go to
the calm
the calm
before.
before.
Yeah. So in this one, the communities finally all get together. They go to the trade fair. We see where Carol is meeting
Ooh,
Judith for the first
and
time.
oh, you forgot the teaser where Alpha like takes the woman's face off and she
Yeah,
uses it as her own mask. Oh my god, that was freaky.
that was Hilda and Miles, the couple. They were like,
Mhm.
"Happy anniversary!" And no, he didn't. No, she didn't take her face. She just took her scalp
Okay.
because Alpha still her face was still visible. I mean, Ezekiel didn't know what she looked like.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the only one who really knew what Alpha looked like would have been like Daryl or
Yeah.
the members of the Hilltop.
Mm-hmm. And plus, she came during when Daryl and all of them were not there. It was
Mm-hmm.
at the fair, which I really liked the fair. I thought that was good. It was a great
Yeah,
scenes, and it was executed perfectly.
and what was it Addie and was it Rodney and Rodney and the other
Mm-hmm.
kid were trying to tell Henry. We're trying to tell Lydia, well, Henry's interested in Addie.
Yeah.
Just typical teenage stuff.
Yeah, and I think what was it, Addie? I think
Yeah,
she had a feeling she had a thing for Henry, and Henry didn't. I don't think Henry liked her that much.
yeah.
But let's go ahead and spoil the ending because this ending was basically the first shot. So we got these like 6, 7, 8, I think, different pikes
It was
staked
10.
into the 10. Whoa.
10.
Okay. 10. 10 pikes, all severed heads on there. And it was
When when
Oz.
when Alpha took Ezekiel out, when Ezekiel was taking Alpha to find something
Mhm.
warm to wear for the upcoming winter, I thought, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, she's going to get Ezekiel.
Yeah, I thought
I thought
Ezekiel.
I thought she was going to get Ezekiel.
Yeah, I did too. I was
I thought
scared.
I thought she was going to get Ezekiel. Thankfully, she didn't.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we thought that Daryl, Carol, Michonne, and Yumiko might
Hmm.
not be safe,
Hmm.
but it turned out they were the safest of the entire survivor group.
Yeah.
Because all Alpha did was she took Daryl up to the top of this ridge and showed him this massive horde of
Oh
walkers and
yeah, I
whisperers.
love that. I
Whoa!
love that. I love that whole scene. I know it's CG,
Mm-hmm.
but that was just great. You just say the massive horde of walkers, and right there, I thought Daryl was done. I thought maybe she was going to like say, you know what, I'm not going to kill you, and then turn around and then actually kill him and then push him into the horde or something like that. But I thought that Daryl was done.
Now that large horde reminded me. Remember at the beginning of season 6. Remember the
Hmm.
huge horde of walkers that was in that canyon,
Hmm.
not too far from Alexandria. They were
Hmm.
trying to push them back. They were trying to distract them away from Alexandria.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. I said, "Holy smoke!"
I think that horde of walkers is going to probably come into play next season because they wouldn't have showed us that if something wouldn't happen with that horde of walkers.
True. That's true.
So I think that's some foreshadowing of what's going to happen.
Man. So 10 individuals are managed. Now there's a capture. They're captured.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sadiq was captured also, but he was
he was
allowed to
spared.
live.
He was spared.
He was spared. Yeah, but you had Ozzy,
Mm-hmm.
Alec from the Highwaymen, DJ, who was a former savior, Frankie, who was one of Negan's wives, redheaded woman, Tammy Rose, unfortunately, Rodney and Addie, Enid, Tara and Henry.
Wow,
that shocked me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Those three shocked the crap out of me.
And Daryl's like, no, don't look, Carol, don't look at me, look at me.
That's kind of called back to where Carol said, look at the flowers, look at the flowers. Probably a little bit of callback on that. It's like, look at me, look at me.
Yeah, actually, Daryl held her the same way he did when Sophia came out of that barn in season 2.
But
those two, as far as characters who've been there from the very beginning, those are the only two.
Yeah.
Daryl and Carol.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they're there since season 1, and I am going to be devastated if they kill Carol off anytime soon. Because that she's a badass, and I like it.
I know. She is.
But Enid, Tara, and Henry, man, that was brutal. When they was like showing that, I was like, oh my god, no way. No freaking
one
way.
thing they did, they tricked me. I thought when Father Gabriel was saying, well, if you see her, I thought he was talking about Rosita.
Yeah, at first I thought, to be honest with you, when I looked at, when I first saw it, I thought, oh my god, I thought either that was, when they showed Enid, I thought that was Rosita. I seriously did. Because they kind of looked similar. And I thought, oh my god, Rosita? No. But it was Enid.
Yeah, because remember, Alden was going to sing.
Yes.
Along with Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Enid said that Alden was her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were in a relationship.
Man. Yeah. That was rough.
Oh,
but it's interesting, at the end, Sadiq talks about how they fought for their lives. Then I saw Rosita with Gabriel. I was like, oh, it wasn't Rosita, it was Tara.
Mm-hmm.
And Trev's Chan was like, I kept wondering if they were going to kill Tara off, but I didn't want this to happen.
Yeah, so now what? Hilltop is without a leader?
Yeah.
Jesus died, and now Tara? I mean, who's going to take over Hilltop?
Yeah.
I can see probably maybe Daryl.
I don't know. I don't think Daryl's not much for leadership.
Or maybe it might be Carol, because in the season finale we see Carol give the king his ring back.
Yeah.
So it might be Carol that we might see take over the Hilltop.
Only thing is, Hilltop leaders don't last very long, unfortunately.
Yeah. Gregory, then Maggie, then Jesus, then Maggie's not dead, not quite yet, but she's no longer there. But Jesus and now Tara. Maybe Gregory put a curse on the Hilltop. That's why they're dropping like flies.
Oh, by the way, Lauren Cohen was interviewed, and she said she has not left Maggie behind. She says that she'll be back as Maggie.
Yeah, I probably could see her as Maggie probably in season 10 because
Even
they
though
got to they
she's even though
go
she's
ahead.
shooting Whiskey Cavalier,
Hmm.
even though she's I think they've already finished the first season of Whiskey Cavalier.
They have because they're
So
they're airing it now, I believe.
yeah, so she can come back,
Hmm.
if Whiskey Cavalier, let's say if it's not picked up for a second season, maybe there's
Hmm.
a possibility of Maggie coming back.
Yeah, yeah, because we still got to get more information about Georgie and her group. We haven't heard nothing from them in this season whatsoever.
Yeah,
We've heard, in the first half, about Maggie going to them, but, for this second half, it's been dead silent. We haven't heard nothing from Georgie and her group. So hopefully, maybe it might be tying into the Rick Grimes movies.
hmm Now Maggie was mentioned in episode 16, the storm.
Hmm.
She was mentioned, so
Hmm.
they haven't completely, you know, left her off, as it were.
Yeah.
They
So
did
maybe
mention
maybe
her.
that's a little foreshadowing going into season 10.
So let's get into the storm.
The storm.
This was a
So
great season finale.
I really love it because it's at a season we've never seen them in before, the winter season, and it's a blizzard, and they got to fight in a blizzard.
What I thought was cool was the two frozen walkers. Maggie just
Yes,
takes her sword, just shatters
yes.
their heads.
I love the frozen walkers. I thought that was great because we never seen that before. We
Yeah,
never seen the walkers, and it's like, okay, if they freeze during the winter and they unthaw in the spring, are they still alive?
yeah, good
I think
question.
that'd be cool. If we see like a frozen walker, and then they like jump ahead a little bit, and then like in the spring we see that same frozen walker, but it melts, and then we see it moving again. I think that would be great if they do
That would
something
be
like
awesome.
that.
That would be great. That'd be cool. So what happens is the kingdom has finally fallen. They can't get their pipes fixed and all that.
Hmm.
So they figure, you know what? The best thing to do is to leave from here, leave the kingdom, and
Yeah.
go and find a way station
Hmm.
before this storm really sets in.
Yeah.
Well, the storm does set in,
Hmm.
but then the way station turns out to be the sanctuary.
Yeah.
That's where they go. And then meanwhile in Alexandria, we have them freeing Negan, and Negan's
Hmm.
talking about kind of teasing Father Gabriel about not being the father. Father, not the father.
Yes, Dr. Baby Daddy.
Dr. Baby Daddy. Talking about Sadiq, yeah.
Oh my God, that's great. And I love him and Judith's interaction. It's like, just language, language. That was great.
Yeah.
That was so
She
freaking
says,
great.
your leg looks like shit. He says, language, Miss Grimes.
It's so awesome to see them two, Judith and Negan. I love the interaction between the
I
two
do
because
too.
it's like,
I do
a
too.
father and daughter. It's like
Yeah.
father and daughter.
Yeah, it is. And on this episode, we see the walkers come up from under the snow. Like,
Hmm.
whoa, that was pretty.
Yes, no, I love that too. It's
That
like
was pretty
the
awesome.
classic zombie movie where you see them coming up from the grave.
Oh, I know, yeah. And one of the best innovative kills on the show, the
Mhm.
icicle. Daryl grabs the icicle,
Yes,
stabs
that
the
was
walker
great.
through the eye.
But we got to give this to Greg Nicotero. I mean, he directed this episode. You
Yes,
know,
he did. It was great
he
too.
directed the hell out. Yeah, I love the icicle stab. I think that was great.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought, oh my gosh, they finally gonna get Daryl. They're finally gonna get him.
Mhm.
He grabs that icicle. That was awesome.
That was great.
That was badass.
Yeah, so now they have to get everybody from the kingdom to the hilltop, but to cross, they got to go into Alpha's territory,
Yes.
in which they do. So something's
Then
going
they
to
had to
happen.
cross. They had to cross a frozen lake.
Oh, I love
Thankfully,
that. I love that. I love that one. Love the great sequence and everything.
Thankfully, it was frozen solid. It didn't. Nobody fell through or anything like that.
Yeah,
Which
I was worried.
That would have been too predictable for somebody to fall through the ice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, because I think have they done something like that before?
Not on The Walking Dead, no.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but it was like. But yeah, I agree with you on that. It might have been a little bit too predictable of having someone fall through the ice. But what I would have liked, maybe I don't know if I can't remember if they did this or not, but I would have liked if they had like an underground shot of the ice and the people walking across, and maybe have like a few frozen walkers inside of it. I
I
thought
like
maybe it might be
that.
good.
Yes, I like that. And
One thing
we see, one sort of subplot we see in this episode is Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
She goes off by herself and finds a walker that's like buried about up to here
Mm-hmm.
in ice, and it's like, and she puts her arm there like she wants she's wanting to die basically.
Yeah. Yeah, she blames herself for Henry's death.
Yes.
Because if it wasn't for her, Alfred would have never done it.
Mm-hmm. Basically, Alpha actually disowned Lydia in the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, something we forgot to talk about was Sadiq's little speech.
Yes.
In the last episode, where he talked about, I like to tell a story about how these people they fought like hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story I like to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who knows if that actually happened or not? It probably did. They probably did fight for their lives.
Yeah, I think so too. I wouldn't be surprised.
But in this episode, like I said, she was trying to get this walker to bite her. And Carol shows up and says, "Come on, we gotta go."
Yeah, and then she has Carol. She wanted Carol to kill her.
Yes, she
put the knife, the arrow up to her throat and said, "Go ahead and do it."
Mm-hmm. But what happened was there was a walker behind Lydia. Carol went and killed the walker.
Mm-hmm. I can see I can see Carol probably taking Lydia under her wing.
Uh-huh.
However, we see what happens every time she takes kids on her ring. I mean, it does not end well for the kid.
That's true.
You got Mag, you got Sophia, didn't end it well.
Yeah.
Grace, it was the two twins.
Oh,
didn't end it well.
Lizzie and the other
Lizzie, crap, what was the other one?
I can't remember.
It was Lizzie. Lizzie and her sister. That definitely didn't end it well.
No.
And that was Henry. Look at the flowers. Look at the flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her and kids don't mix too well. Mm. So if she does take Lydia under her wing, she might be at the hands of her own mother. Ooh, how freaking weird or freaking horrible would it be to be like, Alpha killing her own daughter in the next season? Because, I mean, they freaking made this woman to be the baddest bitch on there. So it's no holds barred at this point, so I can probably see Alpha killing her own daughter, Because she killed her own freaking husband, didn't she? Yeah, she did.
Yes, she
Because we
did.
saw that in the flashbacks of what Lydia was talking about. You know, she I think she smothered him with the pillow or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if she can kill her own husband, I'm sure she's able to kill her own daughter.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
But
let's
while
see.
But while they are walking across Alpha's territory, everybody in Alexandria has to move from I believe the church because they were out of firewood or something because of the firewood
No,
because of
remember
the fire.
the chimney. The chimney
The
had
chimney,
something
yes.
wrong with it. They had to
I
walk.
think the chimney was wasn't cleaned or something, and it
Yeah.
wouldn't come out. So now they had to walk into the blizzard to go to a different house.
Mm-hmm.
While that happens, Judith hears Daryl's dog.
Dog, yeah.
Yes, and she runs off into the blizzard, and Negan runs off to find her, to go after her, which I thought was just, I mean, out of all the characters, Father Gabriel and everybody, they have Negan going after her, which it fits perfectly with the storyline they're telling between Negan and Judith.
Mm-hmm. It does. So he finally, but he finds her, but he had an injury to his leg. Something hit him in the leg. He injured his leg, so he's okay. Because later on, Michonne kind of thanked him a little bit for saying I was gonna say Michonne kind of thanked him, kind of thanked him for saving Judith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Michonne is kind of conscientious at this point of trusting Negan because she knows how Negan is. He's manipulative. He tries to be, oh hey, I'm the good guy now, and then once your back is turned and your guard is down, he'll take Lucille and whack you upside the head with it. Which, by the way, still no Lucille at this point. We still have not got no definitive conclusion of Lucille. I'm going to go out on a limb and predict the Whisperers have Lucille. And it only makes sense for the Whisperers to have Lucille so they can, basically get Negan to take out Alpha. And once Alpha's taken out, that's when Lucille and Negan is going to be reunited.
Ooh.
That's my prediction. I mean, where else can Lucille be at this point? Yeah. Nobody knows. Negan doesn't know. Michonne says she doesn't even have it. And when Negan went out to look outside of Alexandria and back to where the Savior compound was, I mean, it wasn't there. So I'm going to go to limb and say the Whisperers have Lucille. Mark it in the books. I think in season 10, we're going to find out where Lucille is, and it's going to be the Whisperers.
You may be right.
Let's
see if Shane Stradamus' prediction.
Shane Stradamus. Shane Stradamus. Let's see, 8:49, April 6th, 2019. The Whisperers have Lucille.
Yeah.
But let's see here. I was going to say something, but I forgot what. Oh, Oceanside. We haven't heard or seen much of Oceanside.
They were part of it was Rachel, she was a little sister. She's grown up. Mm-hmm. She's become the new leader of Oceanside. She signed the charter.
That was her?
Yes. She and Michelle, no, not Michelle, Gabriel. Michelle wanted Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel, yeah. Yeah.
And Tara and Ezekiel and Queen Carol. I love she's out at Queen Carol.
Queen Carol. I love that. I think we were the ones that came up with the term Queen Carol. And I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I think we're the ones that first said Queen Carol.
I think so.
They're watching. Walking Dead. AMC's watching.
Unfortunately, we do see that there's a bit of a divorce, as it were.
I wouldn't say divorce, probably a separation.
Yeah,
Because divorce means it's permanent. A
yeah,
separation means probably temporary. So I think it's just going to be a temporary separation between Queen Carol and King Ezekiel.
yeah.
Because at this point, there's no point for Ezekiel to be king because the kingdom is fallen. I mean, he's no
Yeah.
longer king, and you know,
One thing that was
oh,
interesting about this episode was that Ezekiel said, once we go to, I think it's Alex, at the hilltop, we would prefer if you're not there with us,
mhm,
referring to Daryl. He's like, man, I don't want to be the bad guy, but
yeah,
Carol and I need to work this out between ourselves. But unfortunately, as we see, it's going to be just Ezekiel working it out by himself.
hmm
Now, one thing that I liked at the end was the snowball fight. Daryl and Judith and
yeah.
RJ and even Lydia.
Was Negan in
Lydia,
that? Was Negan in that snowball fight?
no. Remember,
Oh
he was
man,
recovering.
that would have
He was
been
recovering.
awesome to see Negan in a freaking snowball fight.
That would have been.
Oh my god, that would have been awesome. We need Negan
And
in a snowball fight.
one thing we saw was the Whisperers in a much warmer location. Obviously, they moved south somewhere.
Well, it might be a flash forward or a flashback.
I'm not sure. I don't know. But one thing we see is we see where Alpha had Beta take
A switch
like a switch and just
from
on her arm.
yeah, because she doesn't want to be weak.
Yeah.
She's testing herself to see if she's weak, I believe.
Uh-huh. And you notice that was the same marks that Lydia had on her arm.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously either Alpha or Beta did it to Lydia.
Yeah. I said it was been Alpha. I would go with Alpha doing that.
Or we forgot to mention something about episode 15 when Alpha was crying and this one Whisperer sees her.
Mm-hmm.
She just
Yes.
stabs the guy in the throat.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Yeah, because she does not want to be appearing weak.
Mm-hmm.
Weakness is a sin to her. And if you're weak or if she thinks that you're weak, your ass is grass. You're gone. You're gone.
Yep, yep.
She doesn't care who you are.
Right.
Basically, she's like Negan, but 10 times worse than Negan. Negan has
Uh-huh.
his limits. She has no limits.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very true. She has no limit. That's true.
Mm-hmm. And so
And
we ended the episode with a cliffhanger where Ezekiel is talking with Judith on the radio.
I
And then
know. I
after,
love that. I love that. They were
yeah,
talking on the radio,
yeah,
Ezekiel
that
and
was
Judith. And
great.
then after Ezekiel signs off, we hear this voice, this female voice, like, hello, is
Mm-hmm.
anybody out there? Anybody hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're left to wonder, whose voice is this?
All right, what's your prediction? Whose voice is it?
Uh, in the comics, there is a character named Stephanie
Mm-hmm.
who calls on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And she and Eugene kind of have a bit of a relationship back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking on the radio to each other. I think she's part of the Commonwealth. Stephanie was, but I don't. I have no idea. I have no idea who it is.
I was going with Jadis, but I don't think it's Jadis.
And
Yeah, Anne.
gosh, I don't know. Because she's going to be part of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I say I don't know. Could it be Anne? I don't. Who knows?
I like it because it's like we don't know. If it was like a different, say if this was like back in season 7, it would probably been predictable, too predictable. But this go around, this is not predictable, and I'm glad, and I love it. I love that's not predictable.
I know. It's like, who is this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're going to find out, obviously, next season.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, and that
Most
is,
likely.
I don't think it's going to be like the first episode or anything like that. I think they're probably going to wait about episode 6 or maybe next to the last or maybe in the middle. But I don't think it's going to be, as soon as they come back.
One thing I do know, Carol is going to want revenge on Alpha.
Yeah. Now, in the comics, from what I understand, is that Negan is the one that takes out Alpha. He chops her head off, and he presents it to Michonne.
Ooh.
So that's what I understand in the comics. Let me make sure. I don't want to get anything wrong.
Well, that's because Carol was already dead. Remember,
Yeah.
Carol at this point in the comics is dead. On the show, she's still alive. So we may see Negan versus Beta.
Oh my God, that'd be great. I would love to see that. I would love this. I think that'd be a hell of a lot better than Alpha.
Yep. Negan
save
versus
Alpha.
Beta.
Save Alpha for Carol. Have like Negan and Carol go out and team up and take on Alpha and Beta. I think that'd probably be freaking kick ass right there.
Hey, Ryan Hurst, who plays Beta, is 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
So he's a big guy.
How tall is Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Gosh.
He's got to be at least 6 something.
He's not as tall as Ryan Hurst, but doesn't say. I'm looking on the Wikipedia entry. His birthday is coming up on this 22nd of this month. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is. Yeah.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Six two.
6'2". Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And how tall was Ryan?
6'5".
Ooh. Man, that's like a freaking Hulk and Andre right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would love to see Negan versus Beta. I think that'd be great. And maybe I hope they do the Negan and Alpha, because I'm looking at a comic book panel with where Negan kills Alpha.
Ooh.
And it looks pretty intense, and I think they can pull that off too.
Dr. Baby Daddy. Yeah. The father, not the father.
Dr. Baby Daddy.
Dr. Baby Daddy.
I'm surprised he didn't call Eugene Dr. Smarty Britches again. What was it? Was it Smarty Britches?
Something like
that. It was Smarty something. Smarty Pants or something like that. I was surprised he didn't tell Eugene that. And I like that. I like how Negan and Eugene kind of cross paths with each other again. I thought that was great because of what he did in the last season.
Yeah, It looked like Eugene was kind of trying not to laugh at what Negan was saying to Father Gabriel.
Oh man, that was hilarious. I don't know how many. I mean, if I was in a scene with Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan and he does his one-liners, I would be laughing my ass off. I couldn't contain
Oh,
myself.
I
You know,
know
they
he's
probably got to
great.
go through. They got to go through at least 4 or 5 takes before I can, like, try to compose myself because these freaking
It's
one-liners
the
are
way
great.
it's the way he delivers the line. That's just
Exactly.
I know I love
It's
it.
so damn hilarious.
It is. It is. He's
So
great.
I think. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's great at that. He's really good at that. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we did too. I can't wait until the next season. Next season,
Yeah.
because I think that might be a stronger season as well. I think it'd probably be pretty good, strong. I really like the way that Angela Kang is doing. It's a lot better
She
than
is
what
doing
Scott
an
Gimple.
amazing job. She's really doing great.
Hmm.
The show has really the show has really taken off since she's become the showrunner.
Yeah.
She has really done a great job.
Hmm.
I gotta commend her. She's really doing tremendous.
It's fresh and different from what Scott Gimple has been doing since like season 3.
Yeah.
It's fresh and I like it.
Of course, now the big focus is Game of Thrones. Everybody's, Game of Thrones is about to start. I think back tomorrow night, final season.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're ending the season. What, season 5?
I think it's
I
season
believe
6.
season 6. Wow. Well, let's get into the Better Call Saul news. It's
Yes, yes.
disappointing. Better Call Saul will not return until 2020, sometime in 2020.
Oh
It's been
man.
confirmed. Now, yeah, I'm disappointed, but glad on the other hand because they can actually write a really strong season 5. And maybe since season 5 is going to delve into the Breaking Bad universe, I think maybe the reason why they're delaying the release, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, they have to come back on season 5
Ooh.
because they got to, because season 5 is the gate opening to the Breaking Bad universe, and I think they might be delaying just because of Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul. They might have got them signed on for season 5. Want to keep
Ooh.
everything under wraps so they can,
Ooh.
not only that, but make the script really good. And I commend them for that. It's
Well, you
better
know
to
what?
wait. It's better
Yeah.
to wait
With a show
and
like
have,
this,
yeah.
and how well they've done it,
Hmm.
it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
Even if we gotta wait a year.
Yeah. Now we're feeling the pain of the year wait that we had to wait for Breaking Bad. We're feeling
Yes,
this pain.
yes,
We're getting our freaking karma back because we binge watched the whole season on Netflix, and now we got to wait. It's payback for us for binge watching season
yeah.
after season of
Well,
Breaking Bad.
we'll live. We'll be all right. We'll have the
Yeah,
Walking Dead. Walking Dead will be back next October and
yeah,
everything. So
absolutely. So we'll live, but and also like I brought up earlier is that they're doing a Breaking Bad movie with Aaron
yes,
Paul, and maybe
yeah.
that might be another reason why they're delaying the season 5. The Breaking Bad movie may correlate with season 5 of Better Call Saul.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Maybe we
What?
might get to see Gene in the movie.
Oh yeah.
That'd be great. Let me see if I can pull up some more information about the movie. That's because it's going to be on Netflix and AMC.
Oh yeah. 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 That's right.
right. So let's see. The whole thing. This is from Radio Times. Aaron Paul is expected to reprise his role as Jesse, but will Bryan Cranston join him? That's the question. So it's really happening in Breaking Bad movie, which follows Jesse in the years after the series finale is in the works. Everything's been kept under wraps.
Well, it would have to be like a flash. It would have to be flashbacks to Mr. White.
Yeah, I would say there'll probably be some flashbacks, but the film will be written by Vince Gilligan, so I am thrilled about that.
It's written by Vince Gilligan. It's going to be good. You know that.
Yeah. Bryan Cranston confirmed late last year that the film was in the works, and this is what he had to say on the Dan Patrick Show. Yes, there appears to be a movie version of Breaking Bad, but I honestly haven't read the script. So there's questions if we would even see Walter White in this movie. I think he's going to be in the freaking movie. I mean, it's Bryan Cranston. I think it was just like, a PR response to the question he had asked for him. So I can definitely see him probably in the movie. Maybe it's flashbacks, cool, like you said. I mean, it's got to be his flashbacks. But we still don't know what this movie is going to be about. We know it's going to be about Jesse Pinkman, and Cranston said that he would be happily involved if offered the chance. I don't know if there's an appearance, flashbacks, flash forwards, but I'm excited about it because it's Breaking Bad, and it was the greatest professional period of my life. I can't wait to see all those people again, even if I just come back to visit.
Oh man, he's being cryptic about it, but well, I mean, obviously he has to be cryptic about it because they don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I don't want to be. I want to be surprised.
Oh, I do too. Well,
and plus, it's in safe hands.
Those cameos, those cameos they had on Better Call Saul, they kept them under wraps pretty well.
Yes, they did. We were freaked out about it. I think Lydia was the biggest breakout I had.
And also Gale, they kept him under wraps.
Yes, Gale. He's in the new movie, The Dirt, on Motley Crue, the biopic. He's in that.
Oh, wow.
I think he plays like a manager or something, but he's in it. But yeah, I freaked the hell out when I saw Lydia and Gale. It was just so great seeing those two again. He was in it twice too, which was great. Gale doing the Element song, and then at near the end, he comes in with the Super Lab, and he sees the Super Lab, and with his little notebook that was in Breaking Bad. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I'm marking out here, people. Jeez. Let's see, and Cranston goes on to say it's a great story, and there's a lot of people who felt that they wanted to see some kind of completion to some of the storylines that were left open. This is the idea I got from what I'm told that gets into those. So maybe we get to see Huel getting out of the safe house.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
And I think the biggest question is, did Gretchen and Elliot follow up with the whole money thing?
Oh,
that was kind of left open-ended, and I like to maybe see some kind of conclusion with that.
That'd be great.
Oh, let's see here. So yeah, Better Call Saul is not coming back until 2020, which disappointed, but I'm glad because it's going to make them make that season even epic, even greater. And then I am probably zero concern about the Breaking Bad movie because it is in good hands. Vince Gilligan is writing it, so I trust him. Trust him 100%. No, now if it was like, AMC didn't want Vince Gilligan involved and, they pawn it off on some kind of other writer, then yeah, I would have some concerns. But, Vince Gilligan is writing it. And I wouldn't be surprised if he directed it too. So,
yeah.
So I'm like, calm, 100% calm.
Yeah. Hey, Vince Gilligan, he's got this. He got this.
Yeah, he's got this. He's got this.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything that's that sucks.
No.
So yeah, he's got this. I'm fine, 100%. So you've probably been following my Facebook posts. I have been watching Supernatural. I'm on season 3.
Oh, okay.
Have you watched it?
No.
Oh, you got to check it out. It's on Netflix. There's like familiar faces that was in Breaking Bad, The X-Files, and as of course Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays the lead role of the father of the 2 brothers.
Oh yeah.
So Jeffrey Dean Morgan is in there. So this is kind of like maybe Negan's brother, or maybe a prequel to Negan. But it is good. It's X-Files good. That's how good it is. And Kim Manners, he directs and produced some of the episodes before his passing in 2009, I believe. So yeah, so it's pretty good. I really enjoy it. It's like X-Files good. However, I got to say X-Files top Supernatural. Supernatural's in second place. But it deals with like it deals with demons and possession and exorcisms and stuff like that. So if you're interested, check it out. But I highly recommend a few episodes. There's one episode where the smoking man appears once.
Ooh.
Ted. I actually saw Ted from Breaking Bad in an episode just last night. Let's see who else was in some of them. Maggie's in one of them that I saw in an episode last night as well. So yeah, check it out. Really good. Really freaking good. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Anything else?
No. I mean, but
has there been a release date for season 10 yet?
No, probably won't be for a while.
Probably, yeah, I'd say they probably wait.
It might be like after Comic-Con or
yeah. I'd say they probably wait.
They'll have a trailer. They'll have a trailer. That'll be like in July, so they'll have a trailer for season 10 at that time.
Yeah. So probably because that's usually when they release the dates and everything about future seasons.
Yep.
Fear the Walking Dead is coming back. I don't know if you're going to watch that.
June. That'll be in June. It'll be after.
Are you going to watch that?
No. It'll be after.
Well, you kind of fell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
you kind of fell out of.
Dwight is supposed to be going to Fear the Walking Dead.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Austin Emilio, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's not dead yet on Walking Dead, is he?
No.
Ooh, so we might get to see him again.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. So yeah. So we'll be back with the Webcasting Dad sometime in October.
Yeah.
So quite a ways away. We'll probably get, like you said, an official date of when it comes back during Comic-Con week. But yeah, other than that, we will be back in October for The Walking Dead. And if there's any other news that's coming up, we'll be discussing, especially, I think we'll probably get more information about the whole Rick Grimes movies that's coming out. The first one I think is going to be next year, like you said. So we'll probably get more information about that, and probably we might get more information about Better Call Saul and the Breaking Bad movies, because they might do that during Comic-Con too. Because I think they've had a panel last year and the year and prior to that for the Better Call Saul, so we'll probably get more information about that. However, I do know that Gus is going to be in the new Creep show. They just announced that.
I saw that.
So they're remaking Creep Show or rebooting Creep Show, and Giancarlo Esposito is going to be in there. Jeez, just have him play himself. Have him play Gus. You know that? I mean, that's going to be as creepy as you can get. Especially when we saw the plastic bag go with the dude's head.
Oh yeah,
that was just great. Oh, when are they supposed to release season 4 of Better Call Saul on Netflix?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna watch that again.
Maybe this summer. Because Better Call Saul season 4 premiered last August.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe around August, maybe a little bit sooner than that. Who knows?
Yeah, I agree. It'd probably be like late summer, late in August sometimes. So yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for this go round of the Webcasting Dead. Season 9 is in the history books, and really good season. I give this season 8.5. 8.5. It was a pretty good strong season.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we will see you here in October for the Webcasting Dead. Good night, everybody.